Hey everyone, I'm Sam. I run an AI automation consulting business called Profit Plug AI. We did over $400,000 last year. The goal is to hit $1 million by the end of this year. The way these videos usually go is I start off with some YouTube comment Q&A. I answer any questions that you put down in the comments. Secondly, I just talk about some business strategy, things that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. I personally feel like every person on YouTube or on the internet starts talking about new tools and new models as they come out. And even though it all is helpful, but it doesn't really show what it takes to build a business, which is pretty boring and not as exciting as they show it to be. So that's the goal with these videos, to show you what's real. Starting off with some comment Q&A. By the way, I already replied to these. The reason for that is I'm recording this for the second time. I forgot to turn on my mic. I'm stupid. How big is your team, or do you work independently right now? I do have a team. It's pretty lean. We have me and my partner, 2 people working full time on the business. We also have 3 contractors at the moment who we pay anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 every month. I earlier had a bigger team when I was trying to scale, but I very quickly realized that I hate managing people. That's something I really just I don't want to do. And I figured that there is a way to run a business with less people, potentially just me. That's what I like. So I push for keeping the team as lean as I possibly can, and I do try to cut the team short and only have 8 players on the team. But yeah, it is a total of 5 people. Next month it'll be 4, but yeah, that's how it is. Can you tell me which application or software do you use? The last one was by Zhor. I don't know how to say her name. I'm sorry, man. Shanu Gaur says, can you tell me which application or software tool are you using to display what you are writing on your tablet on the screen, and which tablet are you using? This is the software that I use. It's called Presentify. I downloaded this from the App Store. It just allows me to write anywhere, basically. And as far as the tablet is concerned, I have an XP pen. This is the one that I have. I don't know which one it is. I think it was Deco V something, but I don't know. It comes with like a pencil and this thing. It was around $60-$70 something. So yeah, there you go. Hope that answers your questions. Talking about my daily strat, I just talked about this. All right. I'm just going to open this up. This was like literally 10 minutes ago. Okay. So here's what I realized, right? I need to post out a lot of content so that there is people who become interested in the stuff that I'm doing, and then it creates opportunity for me, the people, the businesses that I come in contact with through this. In order to do that, I want to do it in a way where I'm not falling for the guru bullshit that goes on in the market, that hey, here are 3 secrets that you need to use that gurus don't tell you to make $1 million. I don't want to do any of that crap, but I also want to keep it real while getting a lot of eyeballs. And I realize that there is an art to this, and that is you need to have a good thumbnail, a good title, a good script, a good everything, right? So a good video is what performs. As much value as I'd like to give you guys, there is a structure that I need to follow so that the surface area for the number of people who can get value from this is higher. So in order to do that, I figured that what are the things that make a good video, and that takes me to this concept of an outlier, right? For those of you who don't know, an outlier is simply assume a channel, This channel, say, has 3 videos. The first video gets 2,000 views, the second gets 2,000 views, the third gets 200,000 views, right? This is what people would call an outlier, something people did not expect from this channel, but it happened. So YouTube understands that this video has something special about it. So YouTube pushed it. It makes sense that we learn from what's going on, what was special about this. So call it the secret sauce, call it whatever. This needs to be studied. So the idea is to, in order for me to create content that is both relevant to my brand, so that I can talk about things that I want without falling for the guru crap or whatever that's going on, while also making sure a lot of people see it, is me having to figure out 2 contexts. Context 1 being my brand, and context number 2 is basically what structure makes an outlier. If I can feed both of these things into Claude, I'm golden, right? Now, I have already started building this context. For number 1, context around my brand, what I have done is, there is this sheet by this man called Caleb. So he has this personal branding course online. So he makes you basically write a lot about what your interests are, what's the stuff that you've done, what stuff do you want to associate with versus not. And I basically wrote a lot. Right? So that's context 1. Around context 2, making sure what makes a good outlier. There is already a tool that exists for that. So my initial plan was that I get Claude to just go through all the competitors, all the people in the AI niche, the AI business niche, and look at outlier content from their side. But I realized that my man Mr. Beast has already created a tool where they're apparently crunching 25 million YouTube data points from outliers. So yeah. So for me to have a good video, I need a good thumbnail, a good title, a good script, some metadata, like the right tags, the right idea, all that, right? For that, I figured that for the thumbnail, this thing would do. For the title as well, this thing would do. Talking about how the script should be, I don't think these people go over the scripts, but what I'm planning to do is capture outliers. That's something that Claude can also do, and just analyze their scripts and just figure out patterns, because I truly believe that AI can do better pattern matching than humans. And at the end of the day, the art to making a retention hacky video or whatever is basically pattern matching. So if AI can do that better than humans, then might as well use that. I did plan to hire, by the way, but I figured I'd rather do this by myself. Talking about the idea, my plan is to create a Claude project for my context plus the data points that I get from here, and also just give it a brain dump of whatever is top of mind for me, so that it can convert it and structure it in a way that would work on these platforms. And yeah, for metadata descriptions and all that, I'm just using Claude for that. And the script as well, I think Claude should do. So my plan is to build these things. I'll get a subscription for view stats and try to see how much of that can I integrate into my workflow, and make the process of video ideation to just me saying stuff easy. Currently what I have is this daily update channel where I really do not think about anything before I come on here. I just press a button and I start talking. But I do want to provide lots of value. For that, I have to structure my thoughts, I have to plan things out, and for that, I'm going to take all the help that I can. So there's that. Now, coming on YouTube stats, this is awesome. This is really awesome. I hope I'm not butchering anything private, but yeah, we got 40 something, got 45 subs. Did not expect that. Thank you so much for that. Really, from the bottom of my heart, thanks a lot for this. This is not something that I was expecting to hit so soon, but yeah, super happy. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. Put them down in the comments. I'm gonna answer all of them. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye bye.